became a veteran very quickly. And I kind of look at it on the life side as well. I've kind of been able to grow up really fast as well. 24 years old, like I keep saying, it's, usually, there's sometimes rookies that are 24 years old and come in and still kind of figuring it out. But I would give props to, my coaches, teammates, former teammates, Sean Williams, AJ Green, and just watch them, being able to watch, certain guys and take certain qualities from them and apply it to my day-to-day life and, on the field. So, yeah, it's definitely a different feeling when you got guys coming to you asking questions about the schedule and all that stuff when I was the guy asking the questions to AJ and Sean and stuff like that. So it's a blessing situation to be in for sure. What you say? Yeah, I don't know if they got that yet, but some guys are still older than me, so yeah. Yeah, I'm super eager to get a deal done. Obviously, I want to be here. I think my mom's a little bit more eager just because she wants to know whether she's going to move to Cincinnati, maybe. So that's an ongoing talk that I'm very excited about. But I'm just excited to get back into training camp with the new guys, being able to compete against our offense, some of the newer guys as well, and kind of see how we line up against each other. It's crazy to think about. I think we got a preseason game in about 14 days. That'll come up very quickly. So just being able to focus on that and be the leader that I am on this team to make us the best team that we can be this year. Yeah, I think obviously I wish it was done today, obviously, but there are negotiations that have to happen between my agent and upstairs. So that's a process. Like I said, I'm eager about, but it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. I truly believe that.
Maybe was talking about Sam's extension. He talked about how much that can resonate in a locker room when you see guys being rewarded. It was your rookie year, right? When they extended Carlos.
Yep.
Yep. Something that you consciously took note of.
Yeah. I mean, I remember last year when Joe got his deal done, we all kind of excited about that. I think it's really cool to see the guys get drafted here, play well and then get rewarded for it. I think that kind of gives, T. Higgins, for example, to kind of do it the right way. Don't do it the wrong way. And you're going to get taken care of here. So that's something that I can hopefully, I'll be a part of that example as well here coming soon. Yeah, I haven't been able to test it all out yet, but obviously there are things that I prioritize throughout the offseason that I need to get better at. Being able to kind of blitz a little bit more. I don't know if you guys seen that a little bit. Being able to just get out in the middle of the field sometimes is something that I've been wanting to do, and I'm excited to do. So, like I said, it's day 2. We're still kind of working into full go, but being able to put on full pads and be able to be physical, I think that's something that I want to improve on. Yeah, I thought you were talking about personally, but yeah, during OTAs, yeah, I think yesterday did not feel like day 1 for our group, and I think that's because of we were able to get everyone into OTA. So just being able to talk out stuff that we would have talked about during OTA, that we did talk about during OTAs, I think that definitely translates to camp this year. Yeah, I think talent-wise, I watched Trey Waynes yesterday, and I just seen his makeup speed and stuff like that. I'm very excited to see that. But for an example, in our secondary room, we have a chart where there's missed tackles, MEs, bad technique, loafs, and that's something that we didn't do years before. And I think Mike Hilton kind of came up with that, and I think we're gonna switch on and off who evaluates who has the most loaves and stuff like that, and we'll put a chart together, put a little bucket of money together, and hopefully whoever has the most interceptions gets the pot. So it's just something like that. That's just it's easy to talk about it, but being able to have that as accountability thing, I think definitely helps us trying to be the best secondary as we can be. Absolutely. I think the numbers that we have now is kind of bringing in the competition part of it, where we have a lot of competition that we didn't have years before. So I think that'll, uplift our team by just having that competition and stuff like that. So. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I didn't wear my JV3 shirt today, but yeah, I love that Sam Hubbard did that. That just explains and shows as an example how much we have a chemistry. I came in with Sam, and I feel like we're kind of the leaders on the defensive side, and just being able to build that relationship on a personal level, I think will help us on the field as well. So, and then with my foundation, it's been kind of hard, obviously, with COVID last year. But this year I'll be definitely doing a lot of single mothers initiatives, and hopefully when I get a deal done, I can start my foundation as well. So. Right. Yeah, I think everyone's situation is very different. Um, I'm not pressed for it right now, honestly. I feel like I put myself in a great position where I have great people around me, not just the agent, but my Rise management team as well, having that proposal and just strictly believing that it's going to happen at some point. I know what I bring to the table, and I'm gonna just be the same guy whether I get a deal done this year or not. So, like I said, that's going to be a leadership part that I'm going to continue to build on. So, um, like I said, everyone's situation is different. People's beliefs are different, so I'm not going to say there's a right or wrong way. But I do think, like I said, I will set the example for the younger guys coming up. So maybe they don't have to sit out, during training camp because they believe that it's going to get done at some point. So um, that's what I'm stand on. That's the way I think. Yeah, it definitely changes your mindset, obviously. But like I said, I've been able to have conversations. I'm humble enough to have conversations and figure out the business side of it as well. I know it's not going to get done right away, and I'm okay with that. Like I said, I'll be the same person, um, same teammate, same family member, um, as I've always been, and I know that'll come in God's timing for sure. Yeah, and not only here, I think people's situations are very similar in other places. But like I said, it's a business, and you have to ask those questions to educate yourself and put yourself in a better position at time. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of safeties that I've been thankful to sign with David and being able to go out there to Austin, Texas, and have conversations like that with those guys. For a perfect example, like Justin Simmons, he had to wait out a long time for his deal to be done, but he did it the right way. He trusted in God, and I mean, he's highest paid safety right now, and he's doing pretty well for himself, not just on the football field, but off the field as well. So hopefully, I can kind of get the Man of the Year award just like him. As someone that I kind of look up to for sure. Hmm. Yeah, I think year three last year was the biggest jump of my game. Just on a more of a mental state. I remember going out to practice kind of like dead, hitting the wall my first 2 years. Just being able to go into that mindset of I shower every day before practice and treating every practice like a game. And I think that translates to why I had success last year. So that's something that I'm going to continue to build on. I think routine is the biggest thing that I've learned last year. Just figuring out the routine and how your off day works out. And just little things like that that people don't really think about. And um, that's just something that I'm looking forward to build on and continue to get better at as well. Yeah, we're tracking missed assignments, bad techniques, and loafs. And we got a nice little pot going already. So that yeah. So hopefully I can catch some interceptions and I'll hit the jackpot like you said. So yeah. Yeah. Like I said, that's why we wanted to. I brought up the conversation of there should be a different guy evaluating every day. So hopefully we can raise that standard and we all have the same kind of mindset of what a loaf is or what a missed assignment is. I think that will play very key. Like I said, Mike Hilton came from top 3 defense, and that's something that they did over there. So something that, like I said, I always try to translate something into, getting better as a team. Absolutely. So obviously, we want everybody in the frame picture when running to the ball and stuff like that. I think we did a really good job yesterday with punching the ball. I think we had like 4 balls on the ground as a defense, and that's something that we got to get better at as a defense. We have some crazy weapons on offense, and anytime we have the ball in their hands, it's going to be good things for us. Um, no, I don't. I don't think. I think every year we always have high expectations. But hopefully that it kind of makes it easier. For the DBs a little bit. We got a pass rush. We invest some money into a pass rush. So hopefully that kind of translates, and we have pass rush, and we don't have to wait back there for too long. We don't have to cover. So it's just things like that. I don't think it changes every year. Um, Hopefully it makes it easier, like I said. Jordan Evans jumped in front of it. I think I was going to intercept it, but I gave Jordan a little bit of bad talk a little bit. I'm like, hey, if you're gonna tip it, you gotta pick it off. So yeah. Yeah, we had about 5 of them, I think. So yeah, we got some good money in the pot, like I said. No, I did not. Yeah, there's always gonna be some shit talking a little bit between Joe Mix. Obviously, I think he talks the most. Uh, just if they catch a 5 yard out and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to dictate that right now because we can't put hands on and stuff like that. So as camp evolves, I think we'll um, hold each other accountable on both sides. I talked to Joe in the locker room just like any DB. So just being able to have that open conversation about what I'm looking at, what he's looking at, I think will help us. Yeah, I think he says something like you're not gonna be able to jump the short throws next week or something like that because like I said we're building onto going vertical and stuff like that, just saving people's legs right now. Yeah. Yeah, so Mike's gonna be my best friend this year. So he's always lined up in front of me. We're gonna be able to show him showing a lot. He likes the blitz obviously, so um, we're going to be able to use that to our advantage, I think, on defense. Like I said, I think I'll be able to play a lot of more man to man, hopefully on the slot a little bit. Uh, yeah, I think the kid has 2 different speeds. He doesn't take anything too serious. I just love his approach every day. Um, the kid wants to be the best. He's the chosen one, I think. So hopefully he can, that can translate on Sundays as well. Mhm. Um, I mean, I can talk about personal goals, but the main thing is obviously I want to win. I think when we win, a bunch of good things come, not just for me, but other guys on the team as well. So uh, I'm not gonna name all my personal goals. I just want to win and playing some important football games this year. Yeah, I think I meditated a lot more this off season. Um, I think that's something that some people may think is corny a little bit, but I think that definitely kind of helped me uh, kind of tap into my peace of mind, kind of like what that looks like for me. I know I have my strengths, and I need to get stronger a little bit more. But just tapping in on the other side, things that I haven't experienced during the off season. So I think that'll build as I continue to grow up, experience things in life. Yeah, there's older guys like Rico. We were walking off the field, and Rico's like, "Hey, bro, do you meditate?" I'm like, "Yeah, actually, I did it 2 times a week throughout this whole off season." So it's something that I think you experience as you get older. It's not just about um, working, working, working. You got to take a time to sit back and see what's going on with your family, um, and kind of listen to your body and figure out what's true peace of mind, what that means to you. So absolutely, absolutely. I think I've experienced, like I said, as a 21-year-old, I don't think you don't really worry about what's going on in life. I think you kind of just worry about goals, 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 goals. But I think there's a whole another part of life where you got to sit back and figure out what's your mind, like what's going on in your mind, what's going on in the family. So um, yeah, that's something that's very important to me that I'm excited to continue to build on as well. What'd you say? No, I do not. You guys inform me? I actually not on camera. No, I was like, what's up? What is it? Okay, 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 okay. I have to talk to Ocho Cinco about that.
So you were saying iron sharpens iron, working against the receivers. You mentioned one. What about the receivers for you guys working against everybody?
Yeah, I think Tyler Boyd is someone that is a close friend to me. Being able to have open conversations with him, because like I said, I'll be covering him a lot more often than other receivers. Where guys are on the outside, I kind of I don't really guard those guys, so being able to tap into I think one of the best slots receivers in the game will elevate me. So um, I could continue to talk a lot. I can rave about a lot of the receivers that are on our team, but specifically Tyler Boyd is someone that I'm gonna lean on for sure.